the offense. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
The option look. Quick toss. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll run it from the gun. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
They'll throw it on first down. Got a man in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. I can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well. But this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? And I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Looking to throw on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Monaga. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Yeah, you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. He'll keep it himself. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You can see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team.
Looking to move it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
10th play of the drive coming up, but this time a chance for the defense to get off the field on 3rd and long. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Here comes the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Absolute shame. Missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. The 42-yard field goal that was no good gives them the ball back at the 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Singleton. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone. Stay balanced.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Going to take a shot at this DB. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Warren. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. When you're dealing with the big tight end, you better get a bunch of hats around the football.
And here's the thing, Reese. These used to be big, slow tight ends. Now these guys are absolute freaks. They're so good. You can split them out wide. You can put them in the formation. They can do so much. And you see after the catch, hard to get to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. The ball squirts free. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards. All by himself down the middle. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39. They'll break the seal on this quarter here on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang, Skippy. That's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's open. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. It's a draw. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job. Stopped the play for no gain.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Allard. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Ripping through the defense. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So an 82-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down. Ball lofted up for grabs and is picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
On first down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On the run, it's Singleton. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Scarlet Knights want to crank the tempo. Leaves it with the back. got the first down and more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Might as well give it to him again.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
A first down run in the red zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it out. It's Carpenter. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking downfield, it's Allard. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll pull it on the read. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. The Scarlet Knights will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Carpenter. Giving him his pass. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You know, with defense, it's this kick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Dropping back, it's Aller. Finds the tight end. Russell to the ground after picking up the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Showing the arm strength down. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. They take the lead with the 6.
Slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Bulldozes his way through. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Off play action on first down. Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking for room, it's Singleton. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Nittany Lions will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out from deep. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that,
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
you see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Leaves it with the running back. Smashes through. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Makes the grab. It's Monaga. He's right out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Scarlet Knights are flying down the field.
Let's go.
Going to the running game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, going up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Monaga. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Back at it to open the quarter with this 1st down play.
180.
They'll run it. It's Monaga. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
They go right back to him. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see them getting woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Looking to throw, it's Allard. Finds a tight end. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field with passing.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They're going to run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down. Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Quarterback moving. Lets it fly. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking up the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in a tight window.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time, it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone. Your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Extra point, anything but routine. It's good, and we're tied here in the 4th quarter. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be brought down. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate...
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
On the option. Now the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the whole defense. But how about the little bitty defensive back throwing his face in the fan? I ain't scared. I don't just cover guys. I make tackles.
They'll run play action. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Still sitting at their own 20 after that last one. Here's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll bring it back. It's Saunders. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. Just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Back to pass. It's Allard. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback started to lose his cool.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking to scramble. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the catch past the sticks. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Going up top on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead. two-point conversion attempt is on the way. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. The lead is 8. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Desperation time, and they've got to take a shot at the end zone, David.
Yes, we do. We got to bring in the fast guys, bring in the tall guys. Jesse, get that quarterback ready to buy some time and chuck this puppy up.
Somebody is just going to have to step up here and make a miraculous play. One-on-one, they're just going to have to make the play of their life to win this game.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Volunteers will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Aller. Got it set up on the outside. At the 40, there he goes. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's looking for a man on second down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. On target to the left. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive, well, defense, you got to get my back out.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now the play fake. Fires on the move. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
And especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Aller. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Off play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce. The offense pounces back.
The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, it's Lewis. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Dropping back, it's Aller. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. At midfield, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on 2nd down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 7, Penn State 0.
We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. On the ground, it's Singleton. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Movement here from the tight end. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Penn State! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Going over the top. Snags it on the right. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows up with speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Fleming. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
And the short completion brings up second down. Looking for a man. It's Allard. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that seemed a little off at the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off at the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. Wide open downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown ball! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Complete out of the backfield. At the 45, on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
They'll try the counter. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Selden. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, going to the air. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more momentum.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Continues to fight for yards. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Singleton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back. Well, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Second down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Tennessee 21, Penn State 14.
We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the ball's racing to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give and the run on 4th down. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Volunteers are on the move. Red pass, it's complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Quick release on the RPO. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Sampson. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. On the move. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively. You've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down.
Come on, set.
In the red area, it's Selden. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Gonna run it. It's Selden. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The play action fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. They were just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that 4th down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them a chance. Let's see what they can do.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking to throw, it's Allard. They're setting up the screen.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Touchdown, Tennessee! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And man, the offense has the lead, has the football. All you got to do is run the clock out, maybe be conservative, run the football. They chose to throw, and the defense makes them pay.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sun Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carpenter. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Line gets set. First down. He wants to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. Finds his man. It's Singleton. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice when you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone. Everybody on the defense gets jacked up.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone. It's a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. And to get rid of it quickly. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
Catch in the middle. It's Fleming. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Takes the handoff. It's Singleton. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Let's see what they've got on second down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Aller. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Third down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do, they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a fourth and short. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Everybody talks about DBs. They talk about dropping in coverage and not being physical. That DB begs to differ. Great tackle coming up and playing physical like a linebacker.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. It's a flea flicker. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting it sacked.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. He'll do it himself. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
And the Sun Devils will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
The Sun Devils are looking to pass and put it on first down, but the defense was ready. After the misfire, now on second down. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. We've got this third down play to open the quarter. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Scatterbo. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Here comes the option. And he'll sprint in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State! When the quarterback runs it, he's got the extra blocker, and I don't even know if he needed it. He just gashed him there.
Yeah, Reese. I mean, this offensive coordinator does a good job scheming ways to get this quarterback out into space with the ball in his hands. And when he's there, he can make people miss. And if he gets into the second level of your defense, that dude is gone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carpenter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
On the move, it's Allard. He's right on target. Oh, it's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
It's complete. He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back. And
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And this offense right now, they are doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've taken 3 haymakers right across the jaw, down 21-0, but David, now the chance to answer.
And this defense has been suffocating. And this is so hard. When you don't have the answers early, man, and the defense hits you in the mouth, you've got to find some plays quickly here to try to make this a football game.
This is an offense that has a lot of pride. They're not used to being in this position. I think it's going to take one effort, one individual great play to finally wake this team up and get them back some momentum.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And he's got it at the 30. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Penn State! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. The defense can't keep playing like that.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. On the run, fires down. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers, because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And now this offense will take the field again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's got the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Man, and one of the reasons this guy's dangerous is because if things get off schedule, he can still hurt you. There was no panic, right? He's not just going to take off and go running. He kept his focus downfield, spotted an open guy, and, man, delivered a strike.
Second down coming up. They'll try the right side. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again, who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
To the air, it's Allard. Fires into the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Trying to punch it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They'll run the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Play the analytics here, and you go for two. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Allen. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six.
19.
Going for the return. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
First and 10.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Using his legs, it's Scatterbo. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Sun Devils in the hurry-up. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Arizona State.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Scatterbo. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show.
With the score, Arizona State 21, Penn State 19.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of their football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle. It's Scatterbo. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. To the air. It's Allard. He finds his man.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He wants to throw here on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to buy time. And the pass hits, picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
The Sun Devils will bring. It's a fake. He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Saunders. And the Nittany Lions get it past the sticks.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
They'll try the run. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Allard. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter.
Arizona State 21, Penn State 19.
They'll break the seal on this quarter here on first down.
Jackrabbit.
From the red zone, looking for a man. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Caught behind the line. It's Saunders. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They want to just keep throwing it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Splits the uprights. It's good.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Scatterbo. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down?
Escapes the pressure going right. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I love when QBs
39.
and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got his man.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
That DB had a different story. He had something to say, coming up, making a physical tackle.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Quarterback gets the first down. That is frustrating for a defense, for a quarterback to beat you with his feet.
Defensively, the clock late in the game, when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He's looking to pass. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the 2-point conversion. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's going to let it go. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Across the 25. He's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Allard. Gets it out quickly. Into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. From the gun, the ground game. On the move at the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I got to tell you, I love the thought on offense. You want to get one of the fastest players in the country the ball in space, see if he can break one and make you a big play in a 2-minute situation. That's just a better job tackling by the defense. They practice that all week, and it shows up big here late.
They're trying to get to it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that play.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth.
Arizona State.
Not much time left, but the offense has a shot to end this one in regulation. On second down, he'll let it fly. Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. After that last fake, I think we know why he's a punter. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
This offense has a second down play. Off the play fake. He fires one deep, and it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Takes it the other way. And he was looking for the pick six. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. The ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. That'll make it a 46-yard field goal attempt for the lead. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. The ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. That'll make it a 46-yard field goal attempt for the lead. First play of the first possession of OT. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and I love running the football around the red zone. You've got to be able to do it. First down, obviously, is the right down to do. But now, it's the options a little bit more. Second down after that loss of yards play.
He wants to pass it on second down. On the run, still looking. Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
The give to the tailback. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the run, it's Allard. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Running through contact. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
To the air on first down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll keep it himself. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit?
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Safe completion on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's finally guided out of bounds, and even with that kind of pickup, they are still short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime.
Timeout, Penn State.
Fourth and goal, and instead of trying a game-winning field goal attempt, they're going to go for it here. Quarterback will audible. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. Fourth and goal down close like that. You just turn around, David, hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, fourth down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back and know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.